Lead me right. What the heck? Hey guys, so every day I watch the deer come from about here in the fence. Come with me. Right here. Let's see what we can find back here. Follow the path of least resistance in here. I see the trail goes out this way. Where I am, I have some cell service, so I'm not doing a very good job of paying attention to where exactly I'm going, because I know that I can always use my GPS to get out of here. But if you didn't have cell service and GPS and you wander into a chunk of forest like this, you definitely want to be taking your bearings. It does not take long to get lost in the woods. Some things you can do, you can keep track of the sun. Cloudy day here today, and that's not going to work. Keep track of the contours of the land, the slope. If you find you're going downhill, well, to get out, you got to go uphill. Right here, wild dwarf berry. This is the leaf structure, and it's very similar to a raspberry. These are cousins. Let's look at this whole plant here. So here's what we got. That one has several, I don't know what you want to call them, bulbs. Looks just like a raspberry, just more inflated. Safe to eat. You should always rinse them first, but yeah, those are good. In my opinion, you should be washing all your edibles because you don't know what kind of cross-pollinators or polluters have gotten on there. If there's a poisonous mushroom nearby and it's left its spores on your berries, you know, it's a good way to find yourself sick. Check out the curvature on this tree. It's a pretty wild looking bend. We are in thistle territory, and it is very sharp. Oh, look at these plants. We've got all these little spikes on them. Let's see that up close. I'm currently walking through a patch of these guys. It is not pleasant, so we're gonna try to get out of here. Got a nice scenic view behind me though. Okay, and what do we have here? This is yarrow. This is a medicinal plant, very distinct squirrel tail looking leaves, the white flowers. I'm not going to do a full video on these guys right now, but these are a medicinal plant. They grow in almost every state or province, depending where you're from. They can save you in a pinch. They help stop bleeding, stop infection. Just grind it up. Some people chew on the leaves, rub it on as a poultice, and grind it up. We dehydrate it and use this as like an anti-eczema cream. We'll get into more on that in another video, but try to recognize this plant, this leaf pattern. Google yarrow. Can definitely save your day in a pinch. Look what we have here. We have a deer skull. Fairly intact here. Some extra bones. A spine over here. Well. Okay. That's not nothing. It's a whole bunch of scattered bones back here. There's a moth living on this deer skull. It is completely hollow. It's been picked clean. So this was a rather young deer. The skull is quite small. You can tell by its shape that it is a deer skull. You can see the contours on the top, the nose shape, teeth, eye sockets. But I would say this was a female doe, maybe only a year or two old, rather juvenile deer. It's unfortunate, but that is nature. One thing that bugs me when you're wandering a hunk of forest like this is when humans leave signs behind, like a beer bottle over there, plastic bottle. Be a good human, pick up after yourself. I learned a trick here. By holding the selfie stick in front of me, it is catching all the spider webs. So, I don't have to worry about ducking quite as much. And just let this catch them all, rather than my mouth. Brilliant. More so than animals, when I find a trail like this, I'm more worried about finding other people. There's a branch break up ahead. What the heck? You know, if there's anything that makes you feel a little uneasy in the forest, you know, it's not coming across one set of bones. It's coming across multiple sets of bones. Jeez. That is freaky. Some ribs. We got a bit of a jawbone here. Well, thankfully, that jawbone is consistent with another deer. Oh. Got a little bit concerned there. You know, it's one thing when you walk into one pile of bones, but when you see another one this deep in, had to take a second and take a breather there. It's one thing when you come across one set of bones and the skull is right there, you can easily identify it, but when you come across just a pile of off-color bones like this in the bush, makes you a little bit nervous, you know. You're hoping you can identify what it was, and thankfully, here's a piece of jaw consistent with a deer. Following deer tracks will generally bring you to water or an open clearing. One of the two. So if you learn how to spot them, it'll greatly help you navigate the forest. This guy here, growing all along, that is a scaber bolete. This guy here, edible, wild mushroom, scaber bolete. You can see all these little holes in the top. Often these guys are full of little white worms. This guy looks like he might be. We're gonna show you. I'm pulling out my knife. Okay. We take this mushroom and cut it open. You know what? It looks good. So I don't see any holes in it. I don't see any signs of any worms. So this is an edible mushroom. It's called a scaber bolete. These black things here are the scabers. You can see this sponge that identifies the family of mushrooms as a scaber. Sorry, as a bolete. Scabers, bolete. And yeah, that is a tasty edible mushroom, but I do have to warn you that some people are allergic to them. My wife is one of them, so I do not keep them. Now these look like chanterelles. One of the things that I'm checking for is the inside is white. Might be hard to see in this lighting. See that white inside? This is a chanterelle. They can grow in small clusters, as you can see here. No more than 4 or 5. I'm not finding many over here. This is a pretty sparse patch. Now, the way chanterelles grow, they'll drop their spores like other mushrooms and they'll continue to propagate and spread. So when you find a sparse patch like this, it's best not to pick too many if you plan to come back here. You want to selectively harvest and leave enough that it can continue to spread for future years and generations so you have more to harvest down the road. Now, here we go. Here is how we get back out. We got to crawl through that little hole. So, there's my beautiful home. It's for sale. I'll catch you guys later.